Hey there guys, and welcome to the video. It's a really exciting time to be a DC fan, with the DCU reboot coming from James Gunn, and having Matt Reeves' The Batman universe at the same time being expanded into a series, The Penguin, that's coming later this fall on Max. Looks like Colin Farrell is set to take on the character of Penguin, which is going to be so exciting. This kind of crime drama, mob boss of like Godfather type series. It looks insane. The criminal underworld of Gotham playing out in a series. I can't wait to see this. And again, Colin Farrell as the Penguin looks unrecognizable. He looks insane. The visual effects and, the costume work on him is just incredible. But guys, let's jump into this article. Let's see what we can learn about this upcoming Penguin series. And yeah. So Oz makes his move in the Penguin trailer, teasing the next chapter in the Batman saga. I cannot wait for this. The Batman movie from Matt Reeves was insanely good. That kind of crime drama noir kind of style. Very, very grounded version of Batman. His costume almost looks like a military sort of grade uniform in the future. It looks really, really great. Obviously, the Penguin, Colin Farrell, showed up in the Batman movie. They had a kind of crossover, a little tiff in the nightclub scene. The Penguin wasn't in a major role in the movie, but he was fantastic. And the events of the Batman are going to play into the Penguin, and then the Penguin events are going to play into the Batman Part 2. So that's going to be great. So check out the latest trailer for the Penguin, a spin-off of the Batman, showcasing Colin Farrell as Oz. Obviously, Oswald Cobblepot is the name of the Penguin. And the quest to seize control of Gotham City, watch it here. So Max has just unveiled the tantalizing teaser for the Penguin, confirming its premiere on the streaming service this fall. So obviously we're going to be checking out the trailer. We can't play the trailer in full because of copyright reasons. So as we're talking about, the Penguin series, we're going to be playing parts of the trailer over the top as we kind of talk about it and go along, guys. So, starring Colin Farrell as Oswald Cobblepot is the full name, for those of you who may not know. As per the press release, the 8-episode DC Studios drama series extends the crime saga initiated by filmmaker Matt Reeves in Warner Brothers Pictures' global blockbuster, The Batman. It focuses on Farrell's character from the film. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, the Penguin, he's kind of a bit of a cheesy, bumbling character. In the old days, he's a very kind of small but kind of rotund character, and he usually had penguins following him. And, one of the main classic points about the Penguin, especially in that kind of Adam West era of the Penguin, he would always carry around an umbrella with him. I suppose that happened in the 80s Batman as well. He would carry around an umbrella with him. That would kind of be his signature kind of weapon, this umbrella. And the umbrella would do all sorts of things. He could fly with it, and smoke would come out of it, and all kinds of crazy stuff. And he would have these penguins that kind of follow him, and his secret lair, was usually in the sewers in Gotham. But I think we've moved, way past that kind of iteration of the Penguin. We've completely evolved the character now to like a crime boss. Almost kind of like a Goodfellas or like a Godfather level of kind of character. So the evolution of the character has vastly changed, from those earlier days of what the Penguin used to be. So plot details are scarce. The sneak peek doesn't give away much. While there are intriguing glimpses of the supporting cast, they are eclipsed by a riveting monologue from the Penguin, revealing his ambition to dominate Gotham City's underworld. Emerging from the aftermath of the Batman, the Penguin promises to bridge the gap between films, especially considering the Batman 2's shift from October 3rd, 2025 to October 2nd, 2026. Yeah, that sucks. We have to wait an entire extra year for the Batman Part 2. It feels like we've been waiting so long to get a sequel to the Batman. But obviously we had the writers' strikes and the actors' strikes, and it threw a wrench in the work of the production, and we have to wait an entire extra year, which sucks. But if it means we're going to get a great movie, then I would rather wait an extra year. So with the series premiering this fall, fans can anticipate a seamless continuation of the narrative. So we have a quote here. It's going to be an 8-part thing. Colin Farrell previously said of the Penguin, around Oz's rise to power, filling that power vacuum created when Falcone was killed. Matt's idea was to have the Penguin show begin a week after the end of the Batman film. Yeah, so like I said at the beginning of this video, it takes place 1 week after the events of the Batman movie. So literally, you could go and watch the Batman movie, and then it just fades straight into this series. I'm assuming, I don't know this for a fact, and nobody else does, But I think that Robert Pattinson's Batman will show up in this series. He's not going to be in a big part of the, the show, so don't expect him to be. He's probably going to have a very, very small cameo role where he's going to cross paths with the Penguin. That will set a chain of events, and then we're going to fade into Batman Part 2. But like I say, I don't expect the Batman to have a huge role in this series, but I do think he will show up at some point. And if it works, if the trajectory is interesting, and the audience goes for it, and we do our jobs right, the second the Batman feature will pick up where the HBO show will end. So yeah, like I say, the Batman fades straight into the Penguin 1 week later, and then the events of the Penguin is going to fade straight into the events of Batman 2. So it's an overarching narrative between the three projects. You could basically sit down and watch all three of them feeding into each other, which is really, really cool. So starring the following people, I'm not going to read the names because I'll butcher them. The Penguin boasts an impressive ensemble cast. So, executive produced by Matt Reeves, and these following people. Again, I'm going to butcher the names, so I won't bother reading them. Pause the video and read them if you need to, guys. The series promises a gripping narrative. Yeah, it looks like The Godfather. I don't know if we can even call this a comic book movie anymore. It doesn't feel like a comic book movie whatsoever. This is like, Godfather the series almost. Like, by the look of the trailer. Just crime, mob boss, filling power vacuums, doing all this kind of underbelly criminal stuff. If you sat someone down in front of this, made them watch it, but didn't tell them it was a comic book, material, like no one would believe you that this is from a comic book. So, drawing an inspiration from characters created by DC by Bob Kane with Bill Finger, The Penguin is a production of Reeves, 6th and Idaho Productions and Dylan Clark Productions in association with Warner Brothers. Television, where Reeves and 6th and Idaho maintain an overall deal. Daniel Pipsky joins as an executive producer. Set to premiere on Max this fall, The Penguin offering a thrilling extension to the Batman universe. Don't miss the new trailer below. Obviously, we've been checking out, the trailer as we've been going along, so we're not going to play the trailer in its entirety. And yeah, that's where we are, guys. So that's pretty much it. So Colin Farrell's the Penguin. He fills that power vacuum that Falcone left when he was killed. And it's going to be like the seedy crime underbelly of Gotham City following the events of the Batman. I'm sure Robert Pattinson's Batman will show up. To what degree is he going to show up? How much impact will he have on the series? That's yet to be determined. But considering the events are going to fade into the Batman Part 2, I would have thought he would have a role in the series somewhere along the line. But don't expect it to be big. But guys, what do you think about this series? Has it piqued your interest? What do you think about this seedy crime underbelly, almost like Godfather kind of story, featuring the Penguin, in the Batman universe? So jump into the comment section. Let me know what you think about this. Can't wait to hear your thoughts, comments, and opinions. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon.